There are two dispute resolution organizations, or DROs, Alto and Tenor. Tenor and Alto have both been in business for a while. They're both well-respected firms, both have similar amount of capital and similarly sized customer bases. They have mutual agreements for procedures for efficiently resolving disputes between clients with the other firm, so reciprocity agreements basically. They have agreements not to impede each other in their work unless the defense of their clients demands it. They have an agreement that disputes between themselves will be resolved using a third-party arbitration organization, Alpha Arb. All these agreements have been useful in gaining trust from customers and suppliers so far. One day, an evil consultant arrives at the Tenor headquarters and sketches a plan that Tenor could use to get ahead of Alto. Tenor could charge customers a large fee, but in exchange enable them to profit by defaulting on prisoner's dilemma contract situations. Tenor would achieve this by using force to block the victim's DRO, which is Alto, from enforcing the contract. The defaulting Tenor customers would gain more from defaulting on the prisoner's dilemmas than they would have to pay to Tenor in fees. So, on paper, Tenor and its customers would profit at the expense of Alto and their customers. But the chief of Tenor isn't at all impressed with the plan, and he explains to the evil consultant why it wouldn't work. First of all, Tenor doesn't yet have the extra capital that the plan would deliver, so its means are similar to the means of Alto. Having many units on constant standby ready to mobilize against Alto at any time would increase the cost of running Tenor considerably. Also, if Alto retaliates against Tenor's attempted blocking, there's a high risk that Tenor forces will suffer the loss of agents and equipment, which is even more expensive. More importantly, Tenor would be breaking multiple critical contractual agreements the first time it blocked Alto from enforcing a contract. Alto would immediately open a dispute with the two firms' previously agreed upon arbitrator, Alpha Arb. Alpha Arb's motivation to protect its reputation as a fair arbitrator would lead it to rule in favor of Alto. If Tenor refused to pay the hefty penalty issued by Alpha Arb, it would find itself with an irreparably damaged trust rating and in virtual economic isolation. It would effectively be an outlaw organization. Tenor's customers, acting in self-interest, would cancel their Tenor subscriptions and flock to Alto because other organizations on whom they depend, like insurance companies, banks, etc., all stipulate that their clients must be subscribed to a whitelist DRO, and Tenor is now on the blacklist. Tenor would quickly end up with no customers and no supply of money to fund a battle against Alto. The point of this story is to illustrate that an analysis of the incentives for a DRO to aggress against another in order to profit shouldn't ignore the indirect knock-on effects of that aggression on a network of cooperation agreements. Of course, with enough capital, maybe Tenor could still seize power, but in the kind of society I've sketched, I don't think it would be nearly as easy or as likely as Randy's analysis suggests.